We are the heartbeat of Seattle.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I came across an article a little bit ago in the Seattle newspaper, and it was talking about how the economy might not rebound after the coronavirus. And it was saying that things might not be the same. There's a lot of big companies moving out of Seattle. That could go one of two ways. One, a lot of major companies could be moving out of Seattle, and a lot of smaller companies could rise up out of the rubble. Or a lot of big companies could move out of Seattle, and other major companies could see a void and they could sneak in and take over where the other ones left off, and we'll be right back in the same boat that we were before. A lot of people that like making good money, and I'm not against that. If you are able to make 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand a year, more power to you. That's great. But the more money you make, the worse it gets for the city. And what I mean by that is that although you'll be in the circles of people that have money, the ones that are left behind, the regular Joe and Jolene, it's going to be very difficult for them to afford anything. Utilities are going to go up. The cost of food's going to go up. Transportation's going to go up. Gas is going to go up. Everything's going to go up because you're making more money now, and companies think, oh, I can raise my prices and make money too. And the reason I say this is because back when the price of beef started going up, you had oh shoot, I can't even think of what it's called now. But it's down in Iowa. Though the Cattlemen's Association. Yes, the Cattlemen's Association predicted that when the cost of beef went up, that pork and poultry would take over and relieve the stress off of the beef. Well, pork and poultry wanted to get their money too. So when the price of beef went up, so did the cost of pork, and so did the cost of poultry, chicken, and stuff like that, eggs and things. Now, in some instances, you can't raise the price on everything at one time. Some stuff has to be really cheap. So it's like the farmer that sells the eggs, or the company that sells the eggs to the grocery store, they have to be willing to take a hit on the eggs because they can't charge more than maybe $1.50 for a dozen eggs, depending on if they're organic or if they're eggs that come from a specialty farm. Price of pork used to be really, really cheap. It went sky high. The cost of poultry, chicken, and all that went sky high. But ever so often, you can find a grocery store that has a special on stuff. I shop at a grocery store close to my house, and some stuff they have set, like a loaf of bread, $4. Well, they can't sell it for $4, so it sits there. Then they have to put it on sale for $2.29 a loaf, and then it sells like hotcakes. And instead of putting it down at that price, they keep it at $4 when it's not on sale. But I've seen it on sale for like almost a year before they took it back off sale. It used to be $1.29 a loaf, and then Sara Lee decided to put their brand name on it. And once they did that, they thought, oh, we can jack it up to $4 because it's Sara Lee. Well, people were smart and they realized what it was, so they weren't buying it. Now back to Seattle and the economy. This could be good, and it could be bad. This could blow up in everybody's face. And what I mean by that is that when you have an economy that's really, really high, I mean, let's face it, $65,000 a year for a single male, and you can apply for low-income housing. There's something really wrong with that picture. and it could just be me, but I don't think so. So if the economy comes down and the economy's hurting, I mean, it's one thing to where businesses can't make no money whatsoever because people are out of work. It's another thing to where big business can't make no money and they decide to leave. Now, this could play a part of it where the mayor today, or actually it's still today, the mayor decided to veto the defunding of the police department, which means that the city council tried to get the police department defunded in theory, and then the mayor coming in and vetoing it, so it lets the city council off the hook. The city council wanted to defund it because the citizens were yelling at them for it. Deep down, they felt it was a bad idea, except for Kashima Sawant, which that's a video for another day. And Kashima Sawant wanted to defund on the city council, and she had her bullhorn out, and she was threatening a lot of people and doing a lot of stuff. And I guess that's just the way she's used to doing things, but you can't effectively force somebody to do something and expect them to be okay about it. They much would rather you ask them and allow them to be a part of the process than force them into the process. So now you've got the economy in a stupor. Let's see how this is going to play out. Do you want the economy to go back to the way it was, really high prices, high housing, and all of that? Or do you want the city council to, the city council to keep the cost of living down? The economy and the cost of living go hand in hand. So on that, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to say that. Probably it's not going to do you any good to hear it, but if you listen to it, it might get you to think about some stuff and figure out where you want to go. And this isn't just a Seattle problem. This is an all United States and the globe problem. It's happening everywhere. There's a lot of stuff going on due to the coronavirus. So on that note, I'm going to let you go. And I hope that you saw something in this video that makes you think. Also, if you want, put a comment below. And if you want to give me a big old thumbs up, please do so. If you want to hit the subscribe button, please hit it. It's like right down there.
I want to leave you on this note. Make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can today. Have a pleasant day, Seattle, and all points beyond.